What if the biggest problem in your life isn't what is happening to you, but how you are reacting to it? Someone insults you. You lose money. A relationship ends. Someone ignores you. Your plans fail. You make a mistake. And suddenly, your entire day is ruined. But imagine a person who can stay calm when everything around them is falling apart. A person who doesn't need everyone to respect them. Who doesn't panic when life changes. Who doesn't waste energy worrying about things they cannot control. That is the mindset of Stoicism. And one of the most practical modern guides to this philosophy is the Daily Stoic by Ryan Holiday. The book brings ancient Stoic wisdom into everyday life and teaches one powerful idea. You cannot control everything that happens to you, but you can control how you respond. Today, let's discover the lessons from the Daily Stoic and learn how to become calmer, stronger, and more disciplined. Control what you can control. Imagine you have an important interview tomorrow. You prepare your answers. You choose your clothes. You arrive early. But after the interview, you don't get the job. You might spend days thinking, why didn't they choose me? Maybe I'm not good enough. What if I never get another opportunity? But Stoicism asks a different question. What was actually under my control? Your preparation was under your control. Your effort was under your control. Your attitude was under your control. But the final decision belonged to someone else. This distinction is one of the foundations of Stoic thinking. There are things you control and things you don't. You control your choices, effort, attitude, discipline, and response. You don't control other people's opinions, the past, the weather, unexpected events, or the final outcome of every situation. The moment you stop trying to control what cannot be controlled, you recover enormous amounts of mental energy. So whenever you're stressed, ask yourself, is this something I can control? If yes, take action. If no, accept it and move forward. Your reaction is your power. Two people can experience exactly the same problem and react completely differently. One person loses their job and thinks, my life is over. Another thinks, this is painful, but maybe this is the opportunity to build something new. The event is the same. The interpretation is different. Stoicism teaches that events themselves don't automatically determine our emotional response. Our judgments about those events play a huge role. This doesn't mean you should pretend everything is positive. You can feel sadness. You can feel anger. You can feel disappointment. But you don't have to become controlled by those emotions. Feel them. Understand them. Then choose your response. That's emotional strength. Real strength isn't never feeling emotions. Real strength is refusing to let temporary emotions make permanent decisions. Stop seeking everyone's approval. One of the biggest sources of unhappiness is the desire to be liked by everyone. You post something online. Nobody likes it. You feel embarrassed. Someone criticizes you. You become angry. Someone doesn't appreciate your work. You feel worthless. But ask yourself, why should someone else's opinion determine your value? If you spend your life trying to satisfy everyone, you'll never become yourself. Stoicism encourages you to focus on your character instead of your reputation. Am I honest? Am I disciplined? Am I keeping my promises? Am I doing my best? Am I becoming a better person? Those questions matter more than, what do people think about me? You don't need universal approval. You need self-respect. Remember that life is limited. This might sound uncomfortable, but Stoicism often reminds us about death. Why? Not to make us depressed, but to make us appreciate life. Imagine someone tells you that you have only 1 year left. Would you spend that year arguing about meaningless things? Would you waste hours scrolling through social media? Would you constantly worry about what strangers think? Probably not. You would focus on what matters. Your family, your goals, your health, your relationships, your dreams, your time. The truth is that none of us knows exactly how much time we have. That makes today valuable. So don't keep saying, I'll start tomorrow. Tomorrow isn't guaranteed. If something matters, start today. If you love someone, tell them. If you have a dream, take one step. If you need to change, begin now. Remembering that life is temporary can make you live more intentionally. Turn obstacles into opportunities. Imagine you're driving to an important meeting. Suddenly, the road is blocked. You have two choices. You can sit inside the car and complain. Or you can find another route. Life works the same way. Sometimes your path will be blocked. You didn't get the job. Your business failed. Someone rejected you. Your plan didn't work. You made a terrible mistake. The obstacle is real. But your response is still your choice. A Stoic doesn't ask, "Why is this happening to me?" Instead, they ask, "What can I do with this?" Failure can teach you. Rejection can strengthen you. Difficulty can develop discipline. Pain can reveal what matters. The obstacle may become part of your growth. This is one of the most powerful Stoic ideas. The thing standing in your way can become the thing that makes you stronger. Practice discomfort. Modern life constantly teaches us to avoid discomfort. We want fast food, fast entertainment, fast success, fast results. The moment something becomes difficult, we want to quit. But strength is built through resistance. If you never exercise, your muscles don't become stronger. If you never face challenges, your character doesn't become stronger either. Stoicism encourages voluntary discomfort. That could mean waking up early, taking a difficult task seriously, spending time without entertainment, doing something you're afraid of, saying no to unnecessary pleasure. Why? Because when you practice discomfort intentionally, ordinary difficulties become easier to handle. You begin to realize, "I can survive difficult things." And that belief creates confidence. Don't waste your life comparing. Someone will always have more money than you. Someone will have a better car. Someone will have a bigger house. Someone will look more successful. Someone will have more followers. If your happiness depends on being ahead of everyone else, you'll never be satisfied. Because there will always be another person ahead of you. Instead, compare yourself with who you were yesterday. Were you more disciplined? Did you learn something? Did you make progress? Did you control your temper? Did you keep your promise to yourself? That's a healthier competition. Your goal isn't to defeat everyone. Your goal is to become better than your previous self. Build discipline. Motivation feels powerful, but motivation is temporary. One day you feel inspired. The next day you don't. If your goals depend on motivation, you'll eventually stop. Discipline means doing what needs to be done even when you don't feel like doing it. You don't need to feel motivated to exercise. You don't need to feel inspired to study. You don't need to feel confident to start. You simply need to act. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you strengthen your character. And every time you break a promise to yourself, quitting becomes easier. So start small. Read 10 pages. Exercise for 20 minutes. Work for 30 focused minutes. Wake up when you said you would. Small acts of discipline create a powerful identity. I am someone who does what I say. Accept what you cannot change. Sometimes life will hurt you in ways you cannot prevent. People leave. Plans change. Opportunities disappear. Mistakes happen. You cannot rewrite yesterday. You cannot control another person's decision. You cannot stop every unexpected event. Acceptance doesn't mean giving up. It means seeing reality clearly. If something has already happened, fighting reality won't change it. Instead, ask, "What can I do now?" That question moves you from helplessness to action. The past can be a teacher, but it should not become your prison. Live according to your values. At the end of the day, success isn't only about money, followers, possessions, or status. What kind of person are you becoming? Are you becoming honest, brave, disciplined, kind, patient, responsible? Stoicism places enormous importance on character. Because everything external can disappear. Money can disappear. Fame can disappear. Possessions can disappear. but the character you build becomes part of who you are. So don't only ask, "What do I want to achieve?" "Who do I want to become?" That question can completely change your life. The Daily Stoic isn't telling you to become emotionless. It's teaching you to become strong enough to experience emotions without being controlled by them. When life becomes difficult, remember, you can't control everything, but you can control your response. You can't control what people think, but you can control your character. You can't change the past, but you can control what you do next. You can't guarantee success, but you can control your effort. You can't avoid every obstacle, but you can choose whether the obstacle breaks you or builds you. So tomorrow morning, before you start your day, ask yourself 3 simple questions. What is in my control? What deserves my attention? What kind of person do I want to be today? And tonight, ask yourself, did I live according to my values? You don't need to transform your entire life in one day. You just need to make better choices today. Then do it again tomorrow, and again the next day. Because a strong life isn't created through one massive decision. It's created through thousands of small decisions made with discipline, courage, and wisdom. So when life doesn't go according to your plan, don't immediately ask, "Why me?" Take a breath. Look at the situation. Accept what you cannot control. Then focus on what you can do. Because peace doesn't come from controlling the world. Peace comes from learning to control yourself. And that may be one of the greatest forms of freedom you can ever achieve. If you found this summary valuable, subscribe to the channel for more powerful book summaries that can help you improve your mindset, discipline, confidence, and life.